fun. 6 chapters. Wow, that's a lot,
How
right?
many chapters do we have left?
We have 14 chapters in our book, so we're about halfway there. Makes sense, right? We're about halfway through the year. We're about halfway.
7, 11, 12, 13, 14.
And you'll get to where, I don't know that I would go to fun, but you're getting to things, guys, that are interesting because you haven't done them, okay? And so it's new. We're learning new things. You know how a lot of times you go to class and it's the same thing over and over. That's not how it's going to be the rest of the year, okay? We have lots of new stuff. We get to start something called geometry, which is kind of fun. I don't know if you did it last year, but what?
What's that triangle up there? It's just shape.
Where?
Beside the marker.
That?
Nope.
That's an A. It's a letter, so I can write. Okay, so let's start by looking at our decimals. If you look at the first one, it says an example. Okay, they break it into 10 long rectangles for you. Okay, let's first try to understand what we're talking about when we say tenths. Okay, normally we have a circle, right? We have this green circle over here, and a tenth is one of these, right? We've been dealing with fractions. So I have 1/10. Well, if you look in that box, how it says 0.6. What do you think that means? What do you think that means? 6 what? No. Look in the one that's shaded for you. You see it? It says 0.6. What do you think that means? 6 what?
6 shaded and
Okay. But how many pieces are shaded out of the whole?
6.
Out of how many?
4.
No. Total.
1.
10. So, did you hear Cameron? She said 6 of them. 6 out of 10 are shaded.
6.
So, it's like saying 6 tenths, isn't it?
Yeah, looks like we're doing that. Dividing.
So, 6 out of 10. But when we write it as a decimal, it's 0.6. Let's look at, and I have it all up here. Let's look at our place values. If I have a number, this is my ones place, right? And then what's next? Go ahead. Tens place. And then what's next? Hundreds. And I can go on, right? Thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, right?
Billions.
So is this 4th grade math?
No.
When did you learn this kind of stuff? Maybe last year?
Yeah.
And even into maybe 2nd grade a little bit? You learned your ones and your tens place?
And your hundreds.
Yeah, and your hundreds. Okay. Now, when we say 6 tenths, what do we add to that? Instead of tens, what do we say? Tenths with a TH, right? So the decimal is right here, and then we get tenths. This is where the fraction and the decimal starts coming in. Fractions and decimals go together, but the best thing about decimals is they always are in the same place value as these. So you go tenths. What do you think's after tenths? What do you think's next? Hundreds, yeah. We'll study our hundreds later this week, okay? So here, if you look at what they gave you on number 1, they said they want you to do 0.3. Well, they gave you this square, right? They gave you this square, didn't they? And if they want you to do 3 tenths, there's all my 10 places. They want us to do 0.3. How many places do I show, Karen? 3 boxes. 1, 2, 3. 3 tenths. With decimals, they're giving us a rectangle. With fractions, what did we use? Circles. We use pie shapes. It was easier to look at it like that, wasn't it? But this can also be written as a fraction, right? What would the fraction look like with this?
0.
Go ahead. No.
3.
Wait, Cameron. 3 tenths. Just like you say it. 3 tenths. 3 tenths. Okay? So there's
That makes sense.
it's same thing. All right. Why don't you try number 2? 1.8.
That whole circle needs to be full.
The whole square, yeah, the whole square needs to be full because it looks like this. 1 and 8 tenths, right? 1 and 8 tenths. So you shade 1 and 8 tenths. Go ahead and shade. Shade, shade. We're on number 2. It doesn't have to be filled in completely as long as I can tell. Huh? You have to shade it in so I know that you meant the whole thing. And then 8 tenths.
Which one do we do?
1 and 8 tenths. Number 2.
I know number 2, but the first one is still.
Well, we've got 1. Okay. So I shade 1. Okay, so I gotta shade 1 whole square, right? Okay, here's me shading the whole entire square.
That's what I did.
Okay, and 8 tenths. How many of these do I shade? 8. So how many will be not shaded?
Is it
2.
2? Wait, is it like you put 1 as your big number and 8 in tenths?
You made me lose count. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There's like 9 of them.
Okay, Jackson, tell me what you said again because it was really good.
1's the big number, and 8 is the top, and 10 is the bottom.
That's exactly right. 1 and 8 tenths.
You're good at this, Jason.
Yes,
You're
very good. So I had 1 whole and then 8 tenths to go left. Okay? Very good, very good. So let's circle number 3 because I think you'll get it. Let's look at 4 and 5. Hold on. Let's look at 4 and 5. Number 4. I'm supposed to write these as a decimal. Okay? Write these as a decimal. Do you see that big, thick, solid line in between 1s and tenths? You see it? Look at number 4 and number 5. The big, thick, solid line. That's your decimal. That's where the decimal goes. So you have on number 4, you have the ones place, the big thick line, which is the decimal, and then the tenths. So how many 1s do I have?
None.
None. Perfect. Perfect. 0.
So we don't put a big number in the front.
You put a 0.
Yeah.
And then what's my tenths? 3.
3.
Okay? So Jackson said, I don't put anything in the front. When you have a decimal, if you just do this right here,
Wait, doesn't it?
what?
We're putting in a line.
Yes, write this down. If I write it, you write it. Shh. No, wait, baby. You have to put that 0 in front of it because it looks crazy without the 0.
It doesn't make sense without the 0.
Well, sometimes you put a dot on there. When you're writing, sometimes we make dots and we don't mean to, right? So this 0 in front of here and make you a nice little dot shows, hey, I meant to put that dot there. That's a decimal. Okay? So you got to be careful when doing stuff like that. You try number 5. What's number 5?
Wait,
Good.
we do this by ourselves.
Yes, you're doing number 5 by yourself. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, we're going to check them together. Okay, Lance, do 5 for me. How many 1s do I have?
2.
Okay, 2 1s. And how many tenths? 4. So what is that decimal? 2 and 4 what? 4 tenths. Yeah, 2 and 4 tenths. A lot of it, you'll hear the big kids say, because they're used to saying decimals, 2.4. Have you ever heard that?
Yes.
So a lot of times we can say that 2.4. Okay?
Like I got the shots at home before I even put the big number. I do a 5, and the calculator goes like 5. This year, it won't make sense without that 0.
Correct.
The dot.
Right, it doesn't. Okay, circle 6 and 7 and turn the page. Circle 6 and 7 and then turn the page. Do you see this next one? It gives us this number line. And I know a lot of you don't really care for number lines, But I'm going to show you a nice way to do them, okay? Number 8. It starts off with 0. If I have tenths, by tenths, how many dashes should I have between 0 and 1? No, tenths. Tenths. Hint, right there. I should have 10. Okay, what is 10 over 10 though? 1 whole. So my 1 whole is 10 out of 10. So what's 1 less than 10 out of 10? 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, right? So I'm going to put my middle to be 5. Does that make sense? 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? So there is exactly 9 little dashes in between. Okay? And then the 1 is the 10 out of 10. So do you see where it drew an arrow right here and made him this? You see that? So then if you look at this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
I knew this, I know.
well, hold on. Shh, hold on, guys. What is, this is the second one. Jackson, what is that second box? 1.2. It's 2 tenths. Because here is 1, 2, right? But if this is already 1 whole, isn't it? This is already 1 whole. I have to add 1 tenth. So 1 and 1 tenth. 1 and 2 tenths. So you are correct. 1 and 2 tenths.
And the other one.
Wait. This one down here points to that. Go ahead, Zoe, and tell me what that one is. 1 and 9 tenths. So 1.9.
Got it.
Good. And then my last one, Taylor Ann, I ran out of room on mine. What's my last one?
2.7.
2.7.
I found an easy way to do it.
You just count, right?
You go like 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, 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 blah.
Yep. Right now? Can you finish now? Can you wait? Are you sure? Okay. So, you're going to do 9, 10, and 11. Be sure you're reading the directions. Jack, tell me what the directions say on 9, 10, and 11.
Mark X to show where each decimal is located on the number line. Label its value.
Okay, so you see how they did? They marked it with an X, and then they put the number above it. Okay? That's what you do. Now, number 12 through 15. 12 through 15. It wants us to take these and make them decimals. 9, 10, and 11, yes. Circle 9, 10, and 11. So on number 12, 9 tenths. How do I write that, Hannah? How do I write 9 tenths as a decimal? 1.9? 0.9, right. No holes, so 0.9. So let's look at 13. 13 says 13 tenths.
That means 1 and 3.
Right, that means 1 whole part. Very good. And 3 left over. So I have 1 whole part and 3 tenths left over.
Let's do these by ourselves.
Hold on. You want to do the next one? Circle 14 and 15. Circle 14 and 15.
These are easy.
Let's look at 16. Let's look at 16. 16 says I'm supposed to write these as a decimal. Well, look at number 16. How many tenths is that? How many tenths? Look, 7 tenths. So how do I write 7 tenths as a decimal?
7.10?
No. Backwards. 0.7. 7 tenths. That number goes right there. Right? So let's look at 17. It looks like this. 2 and 3 tenths. How do I write that one? Go ahead, Kyra. 2.3. 2 and 3/10. Not bad, right? You circle 18 and 19. Those are a little harder. Okay?
Come on now. Can we please do one?
Let's look at 20 and 21. You circle 18 and 19. Stay with us, guys. 20. Focus. Pay attention. Trey, if you follow with us and stop trying to do your homework, you will keep up. Everybody hear that? I know he's not the only one. 20 says what? What does 20 say? Look at it on your paper. Don't look at me.
0.3.
Okay, what does 0.3 mean? 3 what? So in the blank, you write 3. You could also write the number. I'm okay with that. 3. And then it's got tenths. So look at 21. I'm glad it's easy, guys. But if you are not following along, it will not be easy. Okay? 21. How many tenths is that? How many? There's more because you got a 5 whole, right? You got 5 whole circles. How many is that out of tenths? No, there's 10 in each circle. Think about the boxes. Okay? I've got, give me a second. 1, quit, Caleb. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Give me just a second. Okay, so I have 5 whole circles. I hope you're following along. Okay, and then this one is 7 tenths. So colored 7 here. So how many did I color in this box?
The whole.
The whole. How many's in it? Say it. I heard it.
10.
I heard 10. Yeah, there's 10 in this box. How many's in this one?
10.
Colored 10 in that box. 10. All the way through, right? And then 7. So 10.
So it's 7 over 10?
No. I want to know how many total tenths. Yes. There's 50, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then 7, 57 tenths altogether. Yes. So your blank would say 57. And then it's got tenths behind it.
I'm stalling and help. 57.
Look at 22. How many tenths is in that one? Huh?
26.
26? Just 26 tenths? Perfect, Howard. 261 tenths.
I wish I had that.
That's only $26.10. Okay, be quiet. Circle 23, or 23. So, yeah, circle 23. Go to the next page. Flip over. No, it's not bad. Flip over, and we need to go on. Look at the measuring cups. Look at the measuring cups. You will need to understand your measuring cups, guys. Because what happens when you get in science, and Miss Cagle is asking you to do a science experiment, and you add entirely too much of something? It's going to mess it up, right? What if you're at home and you're cooking something and you can't get your brownies right because you don't know how to do a measuring cup? Right?
My Mimi does.
Well, but one day your Mimi you're going to be making brownies for her. So, let's look. Do you see the little ruler? See the little ruler?
Yeah, I can't tell.
It's a ruler.
Sample.
It's just like a number line, isn't it? There's 9 little dashes, centimeters and millimeters. All of those things come in tens, okay? All of them come in tens. So you count 7 dashes over, you get 7 tenths, and then you get 0.7, same thing. So let's look at the cup. The cup is in tenths. Count up to see how much is shaded. Count up to see how much is shaded. Everybody be quiet. Raise your hand when you know how many tenths are shaded. Let me count. Alright, let's see, Sean, how many did you count? How many? Dark. Look at the dark.
I got six. I have six.
Yes. Look at the super dark one, okay? So 6. So do you see how it's got 2 boxes? Yes, you see how it has 2 boxes? The top box is the long one. That's the fraction. So if I had 6, write 6/10 as a fraction. Tell me what it is. 6 over 10. Yeah. And then, so now write that as a decimal for me underneath that. Go ahead, Taylor Ann.
0.6.
Perfect.
No, I do one by yourself. Yeah,
You are going to do 25 and 26 by yourself. Circle them.
wait,
Circle them. And then go to the back. On the back, it wants us to fill out the place value, okay? The place value. So if you look at 27, it says I have 3 ones and blank tenths. How many tenths are in number 27? Look at 27. No. How many? 4. Oh, sorry, I thought you said 1. 4, yeah. So now, look at 28. Blank ones and 8 tenths. Hannah, how many ones on 28? Ones. Ones place. 5 ones. Yep. 5 ones. So now, 29. 29.
That has to be 22.
22.1. 2 tens, 2 ones, and how many tenths? 1. 1 tenth. Okay? Circle 30. Let's go on to 31 and 32. These are a little bit harder. This is called something called expanded form. Look in your directions. In your directions, I want you to circle expanded form. You can write 15.2 in expanded form. Expanded form means I'm going to take these numbers and I'm going to make them bigger. So it's going to be like, wait, hush, hush, hush. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, it's going to take and say, okay, what is this number worth? To what? Don't think money. What is it worth? What place value is it in? So it's worth 200, right? That number right there? Yes, do you agree? So that one's worth 200. What is this number worth? Just a 30? 30. Yeah, he's worth a 30. And what is this number worth? Just 1, right? So it took and broke each one of these apart according to their place value. So if I put these together, would I get this? Yes, that's your goal. You want to take it and break them apart. Expand. What does expand mean to do?
Break them apart.
No.
Take them and
No. Make it longer. Make it bigger. Expand means to make bigger. Did I make that number bigger? That's big. What? Big long thing? What? Yes. Hurry. Oh. You better get back quick. Yes. I don't know what that is. I teach math. So, be quiet. Let's look at number 31. Number 31. I'm going to put this in expanded form. Well, how many is that 4 worth, Caleb? Look at number 31.
400.
Is it worth 400?
I know it is.
No. Look at the problem, not me. 4.
10. 40.
4 is worth 10. 4 is worth 40.
No.
What place value is that 4 in?
Tenths.
The 4 is in the tens place? Look at that.
No.
It's in the ones place. So how much is 4 ones worth?
Just 1.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't that 4 ones? How many do I have? 4. Right. Well, so 4 goes in the first box, the little sideways ones. What is the 0.5, what is that worth? 5 what? Tenths. How do I write that?
50.
No. 5 out of 10. Quit saying stuff. You sound like a third grader. They just blurt stuff out. They don't even know what they're thinking. Alright, so let's look at 32. 32. Now, here's my number.
I got number 32.
Well, just wait. I got this box, I got this box, and I got this big long box. So, I always start with the biggest number, with the first one. What is that 2 worth? Taylor, is it worth 200?
Yes.
It's in my tens place. So, what is 2 tens worth? Count.
20.
10, 20, right? Sorry, Aiden. So, it's worth 20. What about that 3? How much is it worth? Stop saying things. It's not in the tens place. It's in the ones. How much are 3 ones worth?
3.
3. Now what about the 7? What place value is he in?
17.
He's in the tenth, so it's 17. So it's 7 out of 10. Circle 33 and 34.
We do all these homework?
No. You need to know how to do the last 2.
Oh yeah. Are we going to do number 30? We didn't do it.
Yes, I said circle 30. 35. Quiet. 35 says the digit 6 is in the blank place. What place is that 6 in, Aiden? Tenths. This is how you write tenths. Is tens different than tenths? Yes. Is a $10 bill different than a dime?
Yes.
Yeah. They both have 10, but 10 cents and $10, way different, right? Same thing with a tens, honey. You're fine, sit. Tens and tenths. There's no nurse over here, sweetie. So its value. Its value is what? What's its value?
How much?
Yeah, how much? So how much is 6 tenths worth? Say it, no? 6 tenths.
16.
6 out of 10, right?
I said.
All right, you will do 36. Now, you have about 10 minutes left. So, you may be able to finish. Be quiet and work. 36 is your last one. Huh? Okay. Mouths closed, guys. I'm glad it's easy. You still need to follow along, okay? It's really important.